The world has been heading toward digitalization, which has led to an increase in the popularity of NFT and Metaverse. Millions of dollars are being paid by artists for their works of art when they are sold as NFTs. These NFTs can also be applied in the classroom. Yes, the Metaverse can also be applied to improve education. When unforeseeable events make using regular teaching techniques ineffective, Metaverse helps pupils get the information they need. We must therefore investigate how Metaverse and NFTs can improve virtual learning. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification to get updated whenever we drop a new video. Don't forget to smash that like button and comment in the section below if you have any contributions. Let's get started. Technologies that are always changing are what are causing the changes in all spheres of existence. The epidemic has hastened the use of e-learning approaches, even though the first course was introduced in the 1990s. A benefit of the pandemic was that it made the educational community more receptive to implementing cutting-edge technologies. Only when instruction can keep students interested can it be considered successful. Information learned is retained more effectively when there is greater interaction. Technology is undeniably essential for connecting with students and improving their engagement with the course material. In the field of education, Metaverse enables students to participate in remotely accessible virtual classes that simulate aspects of a traditional classroom. Physical barriers are being removed while education institutions and technology firms try to make them more immersive, interactive, and expressive. The application of NFTs in education. Learning proofs. Learning progress can be recorded and stored using NFTs. This would show that a student has absorbed a lesson or carried out an experiment, as opposed to simply copying text from a book. When it comes to lifelong learning, this may apply to anything from a surgeon's first procedure to a pilot's first flight. Grad students can use each of these proofs in the same manner that they utilize references to attest to their qualifications when seeking jobs. Managers, developers, and journalists all stand to gain from this strategy. Opening up education. The amount of educational inequality will decline as more NFTs are introduced. Like digital artists, instructors can make money off the value they give their pupils. It will eventually assist them in creating a unique, distinctive identity of their own. Students who take ownership of their education are more motivated and engaged in it. They will have a more complete CV after gathering their prior experiences and transcripts. Easy record keeping and transcripts. Send a high school student's exam scores to numerous colleges so they can apply. These schools might charge extra fees. A college grad must get in touch with their alma mater to request their transcripts before applying for a job. Both circumstances call for the submission of evidence, which can take some time. Assume they wish to work in quality control or dissertation writing. In that instance, they will be able to present a real NFT that has all of their academic information, such as grades and transcripts. You won't have to be concerned about costs, references, or proof anymore. The application of Metaverse in education. The gateway to the Metaverse is the newest generation of virtual reality, VR headsets. VR headsets immerse the senses and provide an unparalleled sense of physical experience. Users can freely roam around a 3D scene and interact with the environment with their hands, exactly like they would in real life. VR technology has developed to the point that it is no longer included in Gartner's hype cycle and is becoming sufficiently accessible, around $300, to close global capability gaps. Even single-player sessions don't require an internet connection. VR activates the motor center of the brain and develops muscle memory. VR may be used to train anything, from firefighting to farming, just as a flight simulator trains pilots for emergency landings. Cool, right? Spatial training, such as using the hands and body for tasks that are too risky, costly, unpleasant, or just impossible to practice in real life, is one skill that plays to the particular strengths of the Metaverse. Other examples include creating and then practicing in safe and controlled environment scenarios for normal and abnormal operations, emergency response, difficult work environments, crucial procedures, and high-consequence occurrences. In 2023, how would the Metaverse boost learning and capability capability building? It would help to: Number 1. Connect and study on a realistic virtual campus. Learning had already started to shift from traditional classroom settings to more virtual and blended ones before and during COVID-19. Through the use of virtual reality, VR, goggles, students can enter a virtual campus or institution to learn, explore, and mingle. For instance, in this virtual environment, students can explore various learning pods, visit libraries and breakout spaces, interact with coaches and counselors, and hang out with their peers. By bringing people from diverse economic origins and geographically distant regions together to study in a more efficient, adaptable, and time-efficient manner, these digital experiences have the potential to empower education. For instance, the Kenya KAIST Virtual Campus, which will open in September 2023 and be 60 kilometers from Nairobi, the nation's capital, will enable the institution to expand its reach across continents and enable students to study together on cutting-edge subjects without having to travel outside of their home countries. Number 2. Develop practical knowledge in virtual and hybrid environments. The Metaverse offers an opportunity for immersive, embodied skill development using real-world events and high-stress situations where mistakes can be made without repercussions. When done correctly, it blends spatial design, data analytics, and VR to increase learner trust, participation, and application. Experiential learning is just one of the advantages of training in the Metaverse. Pharmaceutical industry giant Novartis uses a realistic multiplayer VR simulation to teach life-saving lab techniques. Students enter a virtual lab where they can communicate with teachers while practicing welding tubes, taking off bag caps, and labeling bags with unlimited redos. Conscious practice. In the Metaverse, learners can practice concepts in a variety of ways to hone skills through dedicated practice and feedback loops. Every time the game Spark City is played at Walmart, something new happens. Players are required to seek assistance when customers are within 10 feet, but not before taking care of spills and other safety issues. State-dependent education. Engaging in workplace microaggressions causes psychological stress. According to Providence Health, for learning and retrieval to occur under identical circumstances, a live actor is filmed in 3D volumetric video and emerges through the camera of your phone or tablet as a hologram standing in the room in front of you. Number 3. Discover new worlds using storytelling and visualization. After the abundance of dull Zoom encounters during COVID-19, the two defining characteristics of a metaverse learning experience, visualization and storytelling, are urgently needed now. Learners can enter a completely different environment or put themselves in another person's shoes with VR technology. For instance, DaVita, a pioneer in healthcare, uses an interactive multi-sensory first-person story to foster patient empathy. Entering meta worlds makes it easier to visualize scenarios, such as difficult development problems. For instance, a learner can explore life in a green smart city or examine the transformation of a South Asian street using a VR headset. Learners enter important global development challenges such as climate change, education, gender, urban development, international trade, and public health through bite-sized 360-degree stories, virtual tours, and visualizations. Number 4. Enhance human capacity in interpersonal or challenging circumstances. Training employees in soft skills like leadership, listening, communication, and empathy is challenging to accomplish and assess. The Metaverse makes this possible by immersing students in actual situations and allowing them to practice their soft skills in a secure setting, such as having delicate or challenging interactions with coworkers or clients. Safety training simulations that involve robberies can make Verizon employees feel threatened and overwhelmed. Verizon used virtual reality to assist nearly 22,000 employees across 1,600 stores in training for this complicated scenario. According to the business, 97% of those who underwent training stated they were ready to handle potentially risky scenarios. Number 5. Accessibility for individuals with impairments would be improved. For those with impairments, the Metaverse holds the potential for enhancing social and educational access. An immersive experience, such as going to a mall or grocery store, stacking products at a store, or putting things into a truck, for instance, gives young adults with special needs, autism, and social interaction challenges the chance to develop their interpersonal and employment skills. Through VR apps, individuals may communicate with others and practice skills in a secure setting without worrying or feeling overwhelmed. Furthermore, VR can enhance the quality of life for people who struggle with mobility or anxiety. For example, the Starlight Foundation innovation uses VR technology to allow young patients to escape from the confines of their hospital room and enter a different environment. They can experience traveling, playing soccer, and hanging out with pals through VR eyewear. And with that, we call it a wrap for this video. We hope the video was insightful. Let us have your thoughts on the topic below. Also, kindly smash the like and subscribe buttons and turn on the post notification bell so you do not miss out on future videos like this. Thanks for watching.